Hi guys, this is Dave from Loggy's Fitness Training. We're going to show you a movement that was shown to me by Gary Ward from the Anatomy in Motion method of physical movement therapy, I suppose is the word. He calls this the cogwheel exercise. We kind of renamed it as the big and small exercise just because as a teaching cue it fits better in people's head. When we do this movement, several things are happening. We're opening up the shoulder girdle, stretching all the muscles, particularly in the back. We're going to use our breath, so we're going to stimulate the diaphragm, all the intercostal muscles, all the breathing muscles, as well as getting some pretty interesting movement going on, the relationship between the thoracic region, the pelvic region, and the head, which is where this drill gets its name, the cogwheels. Not going to go into that for the purpose of this video. The movement is more important than the theory behind it. What we're going to do is we take the movement, use the hands as our focal point, and it's the rotation of the hands that drives the rest of the movement. You kind of need to feel what goes on rather than really be in full control of what goes on, okay? You want a lot of the movement to be on the unconscious level. When I turn my hands and I turn my thumbs in and I reach the end point of that movement, that's as far as they can turn in. Something else now has to move. So I keep turning and I keep turning and I allow my body to do whatever it needs to do in order to create that extra movement. So you can see there my shoulders are rounded, my upper back is rounding, my hip tilts under, my knees soften, and I exhale. The whole time though, I'm going to keep my eyes forward, so you pick a focal point, keep your eyes fixed on it. Eyes forward. We end up here. This is the small position. Yeah, we'll try and make yourself as small as possible. Drive those hands in. Okay? Once you've gone as far as you can go, then you go a little bit further, you come the other way. You turn them out. Now a lot of guys when they do this, they shrug up. Try not to. Keep the shoulders down. So turn them out, screw them down towards the floor, okay, this way. Again, you keep your eyes on that same focal point so your head stays in that vertical position. As I screw them down, I turn them as far as they'll go, and then whatever it takes to go further, 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 further. You see everything come up on the toes. The hip tilts over, the chest lifts. You take a big in-breath, and we're there. And then you release, okay? You come through. So small and big, okay? When you go big, you're screwing this out. We're opening up the chest, lengthening all these muscle fibers here. These are typically kept short, just by day-to-day lifestyle, whatever training we're doing, typically shortened, okay? Very rarely does somebody come through my doors into this gym and I work with them and we find that they're completely open through the chest and shoulders. Almost to a man, every single person comes in here and there's a tightness going on, all right? It's just the way we live. So it's kind of important that we open that up as much as we can. So we lengthen and stimulate those muscles and we allow them to relax. When we go the other way, we're lengthening and stimulating into the muscles on the back. And again, when there's tightness here, these are all kept in a long position. They can't work properly because they're sort of held long, which can cause issues. A sudden movement, you know, if you're training away, boom, you miss a punch, how often did you get that stinging sensation behind the shoulder blade, yeah? You land a heavy shot, the impact gets dispersed into the shoulder, into the rotator cuff. You know, you want to lift a heavy weight, your scapula, your shoulder blade, that needs to be able to be held strong. Those rotator cuff muscles are going to be held strong there to keep this, the mobile part of the shoulder, the glenohumeral joint, to keep that safe, all right? So these stimulate pretty much all those muscles in a nice little sequence. Stimulate the back, release the back, contract the back, we stimulate the front, we release the front, contract the front, and we really do wake everything up. Okay, as we're doing it, we get a nice bit of spinal mobility in that sagittal plane, front to back. So the chest is opening, the whole spine extends and flexes, okay? Do it with the breath, really get some deep breathing on. Fantastic, fantastic exercise. I give it to everybody. That's the cogwheel or the big small drill. Play with it, be a little bit strict with it at first. As you get more used to it, you can be a bit more fluid, but absolutely play with it. Okay? Big shout out to Gary Ward and his AiM motion system for showing me that one. Alright? I'm Dave Hedges, this is Woggy's Fitness Training. Thanks for watching.